Today guys, I'm going to be telling you about 5 fragrances that kind of fly under the radar, but to me, these have really worked. I enjoy wearing these a lot. They kind of have that, that special touch to them. They're not anything groundbreaking, not anything crazy out of this world, but these have really been really good for me, right? And I want to tell you guys about them. Some of these I've owned for a while, others I just got in recently, but I really want to tell you guys about these because they really work for me. And the first one that I'm gonna start off with is Dear Polly from Vilhelm Parfumerie. And this is a tea dominant fragrance. There's some black tea, some green apple, some bergamot, some black amber, right? So not just any amber, black amber, musk, and oak moss. And let me tell you guys, this is so lovely, so relaxing, so comforting, fresh. It's a little juicy from the green apple. Once it dries down, it becomes, a little more sophisticated, right? It dries down to that black amber, musk, and oak moss, so a little woody. Again, like I said, a little more sophisticated. So it starts off vibrant, refreshing, like a breath of fresh air, right? This feels very lively, vivacious, and it's definitely going to put you in a good mood because of the fact that of that black tea factor alongside that green apple. It works amazing. That composition right here from the apple and the black tea, so good guys, so good. It's not a super juicy or fruity fragrance, no, but you definitely are going to pick up a little fruitiness and juiciness coming from the green apple, but it doesn't take over the fragrance. Overall, it's a fresh tea, ambery type of scent, and if you spray enough, this performs pretty good. I kind of did go nose blend a little bit to this when I did a couple sprays, so I went a little heavier the next time around, and it worked, guys. This is fantastic. One of the fragrances that doesn't get talked about a lot, I know Morning Chess from Vilhelm Parfumerie gets all the love because it's that Aventus inspired fragrance, but this guy right here, guys, check this out. Honestly, any of these, right, consider checking them out because these really are worth checking out in my opinion, and especially this one. This guy right here is fantastic. Fresh, black tea, a little fruity, ambery, woody. Can't go wrong, guys. All right, next up is a fragrance that I wore to the gym just the other day. It is Givenchy Gentlemen Only, and I know I talked about this recently in one of my videos, but I keep going back to this fragrance. I keep going back to this. It's so effortless, masculine, classy, fresh, woody, amazing stuff, guys. Not the best performer, but it gets the job done in terms of wanting to smell good, wanting to smell refined, well put together. Definitely comes across masculine. It's clean. It's, like I said, it's effortless, right? This fragrance you want to wear whenever you don't want to try too hard. You want the fragrance to kind of speak for yourself. It's a little more tamed down when it comes to the performance, but that's the beauty of it because whoever gets a whiff of this is gonna have a good impression on you. There's some birch leaf in here, that nutmeg, some pink pepper, green mandarin, so very very spicy, fresh, woody off the top, and then in the middle you get some elemi, some violet leaf, patchouli, making this very masculine, right? Sophisticated, well put together, and then incense and musk in the base, just giving this a nice ending touch. Very refined, classy, effortless, fresh, clean. Guys, wear this when you just want to feel like you are the man. Givenchy Gentlemen Only. Check it out, guys. All right, next up is Pepe Jeans from, no, this is Pepe Jeans Addictive? Yeah, Pepe Jeans Addictive. There's Addictive Indulgence, which is the brown looking bottle, same like this, but it's brown. But this is just Addictive from Pepe Jeans London. Aromatic, ambery. You're gonna get that Stronger With You DNA, a little bit of that The Most Wanted, but it's not redundant in my eyes. I own Stronger With You Amber. That's the only Stronger With You that I own, And yes, I can see some resemblance in that DNA, that scent profile, but nothing to the point where it becomes redundant owning this and also owning a Stronger With You. This is more aromatic than sweet and spicy. It's still warm, ambery. It is a little spicy as well, don't get me wrong, but it's not anything like on that level of Stronger With You when it comes to, you know, the sweetness, the spiciness, the warmth from the amber. This comes across a little green, aromatic, ambery, spicy, and the lavender really plays a big role, making this, you know, a fresh, right? Giving this a nice fresh feel. There's some cinnamon in here, some sage, some grapefruit up the top. In the mid, I believe there's some lavender, geranium, and leather. And in the base, ambergris, tonka, and oak moss. And it was such an enjoyable experience, such a joy wearing this. I've only worn it once, found this at my local Burlington for $15. So I said, hey, you know, sure, why not? Let me pick this up because, you know, I don't think I can go wrong with a $15 fragrance that, you know, has some good positive feedback. And if it smells like Stronger With You or The Most Wanted, you know, you can't go wrong for $15. This is amazing stuff. Perfect for late summer nights, perfect for transitioning into the fall weather. This is great. Performance is really, really good as well. Got a compliment wearing this for the first time while I was at my job the other day or the other week. And I really do enjoy this, right? It's good, it's fantastic, aromatic, a little sweet, a little ambery, warm, spicy. Pepe jeans, addictive. Definitely want to check out, guys. All right, next up is my all-time favorite fragrance. It hasn't changed. I've been enjoying a lot of other fragrances that come close to topping this off, but I don't think anything will ever top this off for me. It is Another 13 from Labo. I just love the uniqueness from this. I love how it comes across as synthetic. Those synthetic notes gives this a very unique scent profile, DNA. It's hard to describe because some people describe this as newspaper, some people describe this as smelling like, you know, like a human skin, like a natural body odor, right? So many people describe this as many different things that no other fragrance gets compared to. But this, you know, can be a little polarizing to some, but to most people, this is amazing stuff. Every time that I wear this, I get a compliment, and I absolutely love this. Musky overall, it's very musk dominant. The notes in here are pear, apple, some citruses. That ambrette note gives us a very like sophisticated masculine feel, making this not super like almost feminine. This can come across a little feminine because some people describe this as in the realm of like Baccarat Rouge because of that pear and that apple, making this a little fruity, and you know, those white florals as well. But to me, this doesn't come across feminine at all because of that ambrette note in here alongside that Cetalox and that ambrottolide, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, giving this a very musky touch, right? Musky feel. The Isoi Super gives this a very hefty pack a punch, right? This packs a punch. This will perform like crazy. Performance is great all around, and honestly, this works anywhere and everywhere. If you want to smell different, if you want to smell unique, if you want to smell clean, but in a whole different realm of clean, right? This is outstanding. Like, to even think about making something like this, you know, who thinks about these notes? Hear me out. Amyl salicylate, Cetalox, helvetolite, and ambrottolide, along with pear and apple, citruses, jasmine, moss, ambrette, Isoi Super. A bit of a mouthful, right? Such a mouthful, but this creation right here is amazing. The perfumer is Natalie Lorson. Thank you, Natalie Lorson, for creating this masterpiece, for creating this amazing composition. To me, it's clean, musky, fresh. that's basically it, but in a different way, in such a clean, unique way. So different, right? So different from anything else out there. Another 13 from the Labo, my favorite fragrance of all time. I've already put a bit of a dent in here, if you can see it. It's not focusing. There we go. I will rave about this forever and ever and ever. This is amazing. I want to wear this so bad already. I want to wear this so bad. It's been a while since I've worn this. Maybe like 2 months ago was the last time I wore this, but it is stellar. Amazing, guys. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Another 13. If you think about getting this, sample it first and let me know what you guys think. All right. So last but not least, I just got this in yesterday and it's amazing. It's so good. So good. Under the clean fragrance, comes across powdery. You might know this already. Prada Low. So my first time smelling this was actually 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I was roaming around the mall. I go to the mall to get some food. I love Sarko Japan. I don't know if any of you have heard of Sarko Japan. They have like teriyaki chicken, grilled shrimp, white rice, egg rolls, that type of thing. And you know, I was just walking and I decided to walk into Boko, right? Because I know that Boko has some fragrances in there, a bit of a selection, and they had this Prada Low. And I decided to spray it on paper and I fell in love with it. Fell in love with it right away. I didn't spray it on skin. I have not worn this on skin, but basing this off of a tester strip of paper, amazing. Clean, powdery iris, amber. There's some ginger off the top with some grapefruit, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's grapefruit. No, it's neroli and ginger, right? But that ginger comes across like zingy, citrusy type of grapefruit. I guess that neroli kind of blends in with the ginger and kind of creates like a grapefruit type of smell. But very zingy and fresh off the top. Those white florals. Well, the neroli only is the only white floral in here, alongside that iris, that amber, powdery notes, sandalwood and cedar in the base. Amazing, guys. So freaking good. It can come across a little feminine, can come across a little grandma-ish, like, you know, very soapy, clean, almost like laundry type of scent, but not like your typical white floral fragrances like neroli, portofino, that type of thing. No, this has more depth here. That iris and that amber are the superstars of this fragrance. They're the star of the show. And also those powdery notes in here, making this powdery, irisy, ambery, but overall fresh. In the base, that sandalwood and that cedar, once it dries down, does a great job, right? So it starts off zingy, sparkly, fresh, white floral. Then as it dries down, ambery and that iris, alongside those powdery notes, giving this a very iris, amber, powdery smell. And then that sandalwood and cedar, giving this a nice woody touch, a nice woody base. And it is amazing, guys. Amazing. I found this on Decant X. They had a sale where you buy 2 samples and you get 20% off on both of them. So I got this was one of them, and it was only $35 for 32 ml. That's all I need, right? I think this goes for like $70 something on discounters, or 80. On Amazon, I think it's like 90 for 100 ml, but 32 ml is all I need, guys. And this will last me a while, so I cannot wait to give this a few wears, especially in this time of year. Works perfect. Soft, clean, fresh, irisy, powdery, ambery. Amazing stuff. Prada Low, such a good one. All right, guys, well, those are the 5 fragrances that I have for you today. Let me know what you guys think about these guys right here. These are honestly, you know, some great fragrances. Wow, I am truly, you know, amazed as to, you know, how, you know, these perfumers can create such great scents, right? Honestly, they are fantastic. But yeah, guys, until next time, be good to yourself, be good to one another, stay safe, stay healthy. As always, guys, till next time, take care.